Hurricane Ian devastated Florida last week, leaving parts of neighborhoods like this one flooded. Deputies are telling me this is where that teen was found, specifically here in front of this home on Broken Pines Circle. Walkways and grassy areas like this one are places students at public universities can practice free speech, but at UCF, there are some areas off limits. And the pediatrician says there's no need to worry, just take your kid to get checked out. The sheriff's office just spoke here telling us they're looking for that suspect, a man in his 20s who attacked a woman while she was jogging. Some members from the Ukrainian National Ballet are planning to head home to Kyiv. They're urging for change and they want justice as they risk getting cancer on the daily.
Cancer patients are already in the biggest fight of their life, and now they have to fight you too. How dare you?
Data from the International Association of Firefighters says 61% of line-of-duty deaths resulted from cancer between 2002 and 2019.
You're absorbing these chemicals through your skin, through your gear, and it's affecting just every system in your body.
Under Florida's cancer presumption bill, firefighters who served for 5 years get $25,000 upon diagnosis. They're also entitled to full reimbursement of any out-of-pocket costs. One Pasco County firefighter was diagnosed with invasive skin cancer over a year ago, and he's yet to receive a diagnosis fee. Local Union 4420 then filed a lawsuit, and in response, the county challenged the bill's language.
Basal cancer is a non-invasive, it's on the skin, they freeze it when they take it off, there's not a lot of danger to it.
Local firefighters say they'll continue to show up and speak out.
We support the community 100%. It's one of the reasons I got into this job and everybody else has gotten into this job, to help people. That's what we want to do, but now it's time to help one of our own.
Pasco County commissioners will meet in 2 weeks to discuss their decision, and the local firefighter union says they'll continue to fight. In Pasco County, Alina Hoarau, 8 on your side.
The opposite of woke would be asleep.
In April, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed House Bill 7, known as the Stop Woke Act. This measure limits conversation about race in places like classrooms and workplaces. Dr. Shelley Park is a philosophy professor at UCF who says her classroom lectures are affected by this bill.
It makes it impossible to talk about racism in any meaningful way.
Those statements published on certain departmental websites acknowledged systemic racism around the time George Floyd was murdered by police in 2020. But over the summer, UCF took them down, leading an anonymous group called Free Academia to petition against the university and spread awareness on social media. The reason for that group being anonymous is some of them are grad students here employed by the university, and they're scared they may lose their jobs. But after speaking with them, they made it clear they're not just going to stand by either. This is a student, a part of the group, who wishes to remain anonymous for that very reason.
People should feel fine about their race, but we have to acknowledge the history of racism and white supremacy in this country.
And Dr. Park says the statements weren't meant to offend anyone, but to
express our solidarity with students that were feeling unwelcome.
I also reached out to UCF's provost and did not get a response. In Orlando, Alina Hoarau, UCF Nightly News.
What is up, guys? I'm Wambino, check me out.
Wambino is a local hip-hop singer who regularly promotes his music around Central Florida. A common spot of his to set up a table and sing through speakers happens to be here on UCF's campus.
But it's super important to develop a fan base, actually get out there and meet people.
Over the summer, he gained attention on social media after a woman called the cops on him. In this video, you can also see her question a student filming the interaction.
Microphone. Literally singing with the microphone to music. Okay, and I got a seat. She's recording me again. Are you a student here, ma'am?
Of course I am.
You are a student?
Yes,
here?
exactly.
Okay, some random student right now is recording.
As Free Speech Week comes to an end, I sat down with him to recount the experience.
It was just abrasive. It was out of nowhere.
Under the Campus Free Expression Act, visitors can use outdoor areas of a public campus to practice their First Amendment rights. Walkways and grassy areas like this one are places students at public universities can practice free speech, but at UCF, there are some areas off limits. That includes the athletic fields, certain housing units, and the Creative School for Children. Dr. Karina Cespedes of UCF's Humanities Department specializes in free speech. She attended the University of California, Berkeley, historically known as the center of the 1960s free speech movement.
Free speech is as important as the air we breathe. It has been fought over by multiple generations. It is absolutely priceless.
In Orlando, Alina Hoarau, UCF Nightly News.